Well, let me say also, I am one of you also, and
nobody wants to go to the
podium. But to be quite honest with you, when you do work with what's coming out of there, sometimes there seems well clearly there's mistrust that exists, and we really need to work on that. I can assure you, our revitalization team, while we do work a lot with what's coming out of the General Synod and all that kind of thing, we look for all types of tools to help the church, and so let me just assure you with that. My report is in there. I'm not going to read the report. Let me just say this: when I do marriage or premarital counseling, I have them take an assessment called Prepare and Enrich. I don't know how many of you do that, or you use some other kind of tool. There are so many facets of a marriage relationship that if you were to just jump in it, you could be swimming in all sorts of issues. And these assessment tools help you to cut to the chase of some of the key issues that exist and some of the things that you need to address in order to help them to prepare for their relationship as they go forward. And when you think of revitalization, the programs, the tools that we offer, most of them all have an assessment. There's all different types of assessments out there. And really that's what they are. They're just the dynamics of a church are many. And what these assessment tools do is help you to kind of cut to the chase and see what are the key issues that your church needs to address as they go forward in the world that we live in today. And NCD is one of those tools. It's one among many tools. They have an assessment, and there's also then a process which they help the church to go through to do some strategic planning and things such as that. And so really that's what our revitalization team is all about. It's about helping the church to do ministry in today's age. As pastors, we're all working hard. Every single one of you are working hard. And the challenges are great that are out there. Our job is not to come in and to tell you, hey, you need to do it this way. That's really not where we're coming from. It's really to work alongside with you, and if there are resources that can help you to do your ministry better and to help the church do ministry in a more effective way in this day and age, that's really what we're trying to do. And we've moved in a couple of different directions. I've worked more directly with churches and not so much bringing in a program, but seeing what their needs are and trying to help them to develop a process. One church that I'm working with is looking to become more outward focused, and so I'm working with a team to help them to help their church. Another church actually is at a place where they don't know whether they should do a restart or they should do a revitalization. Average age is about 69 in that church, and so to do revitalization, quite honestly, when the church is there, is difficult. It's it's a struggle. But yet they're looking to see if they might be able to do that. So we're in a 6-month process to help them to kind of discern which way they're to go. So that's one church. The second church we're helping out. There's another church that is looking to do some vision work, and we're helping them in that direction. So I guess I say this to say that the needs that are out there are many, and we're there to help you with whatever needs you have. This whole issue of revitalization, we can use all different sorts of words, but one of the key things is the church is in a missionary environment now. When you think of missional, you know, that word has all sorts of baggage with it. And but I look at it this way: because the world is not looking to the church anymore. Maybe 30, 40 years, the church had a greater say in the culture. That churches need to be missionaries now in a way that they've never been before. And a lot of the issues that you talk about when you talk about revitalization, if you were talking to a missionary who was going to another country, you would say, yeah, we understand that. And yet when we talk about it in our context, sometimes we don't look at it that way. And a lot of what revitalization is understanding that the church today is in a mission context, because the vast majority of the communities that our churches are in are, you know, they're unchurched, and they have no concern for the church. They are very religious in many ways, and they are very spiritual. But as far as church goes, statistics show they're really not interested in any way, shape, or form. So I say these things to say this: we need your help. Where can we help you? And the more you dialogue with us, we're here to help and to support. So I don't know if it's appropriate to ask that question and get answers now, but so rather than you ask me questions, could you tell me, give me answers? How does that sound?
Your email's in the book, right?
My email's in the book. That's a better way to look at it. So, but are there any questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, or anything of that nature? Moving quite along.
Yeah, thank you.